attack.
No, I'm Tetron.
And today we are doing Tetron's choice of cards. Wait a minute. That wasn't meant to happen. Today we are... Okay, that's all better. And Tetron, you better tell everybody what your choice is today.
Well, I went for an unusual one because it's not a particularly strong card and I'm not even that keen on it, but it worked out surprisingly well for me once, and that's Beggar. What happens is it's a reaction card, so we're not looking at any of those normally, so I thought that was another feature to add it in because we haven't really looked at those so far. And what a reaction card does, it depends on when your opponent does an action such as attack you, it can do something. And it can also give you 3 coppers to your hand. So it can either give you a silver to your hand and deck if you're attacked, or 3 coppers. And it doesn't sound very good, but sometimes it works.
I'm going to share my screen now. As usual, what we are going to do is start with a game with the base deck and Beggar. Okay, that's done. Now, our basic rules are we are allowed to not buy this card, I think, yes, if you want to. And I must say, I've never bought a Beggar, I don't think, ever.
Well,
so it might be we don't buy it. But then I suppose it goes to show it's not that strong with this.
Well, it means we can see, yeah, but the bandit's not there, which is where it would have been strongest.
Okay, well, let's see how it goes. And if we don't end up buying it, then we'll just have a normal base deck game. I might... Have we got buys? We do have buys, so I might get it a little bit later.
Somehow, despite playing with the base deck, it's given us the Necropolis Hovel and Overgrown Estate, which is a little bit unfamiliar to the base deck people familiar.
Oh, have we got... Oh, okay, that wasn't meant to happen. I must have...
Well, it's possibly because I think they're in the same deck as Beggar. They come on random.
Okay, fine. So we've got, anyway, so this gives us, just like it says, it gives us 2 actions. I've got a Necropolis in my hand, and we've got these things instead of estates this time. All right, I'm going to just start playing. And I'm going to get Militia, because I do that. When Militia's available and I can attack you, that's kind of what I do.
Let's make it interesting. I don't think it's the right buy here.
But I'm
going to get whoops. So I was trying to buy Beggar. That was a misclick.
I'll let you undo that. I'll definitely.
That's because the Chapel's a better choice.
Do that. All right. Now I have to tell you, I've had a terrible day of Dominion today. I had a day of work first, which was sort of normal, and then. And I played Dominion earlier, and I was playing against this person who actually was way weaker than me, bad player. But it was an interesting game, and he'd happened to get this 5-2 start and get his wharf early and get all these. No, what was he getting? All these, the villages, the farming villages, and all this sort of stuff. And he was actually doing really well. But as the game went on, then my position was getting better, and. Anyway, and then and we were getting these kind of wharfs and actions and things, and we had to work out whether to buy victory cards or gain extra cards. It was quite complicated. Anyway, so I was thinking for a little bit, and then he suddenly put play faster. I didn't even notice because I was thinking, and then he suddenly said, "Right, you're playing slowly. I will now. I'm going to play slowly." And he just stopped moving and then played 1 card at a time, which I think is extremely rude. And then he wrote, it'll take 2.5 hours before the system forces me to resign. So I thought, well, I'm not having this. And so I just sat it out. And actually it took about 30 minutes probably. But I thought that was terrible. So I've blocked him and I've taken a screenshot, but I don't know if I complained to anybody.
Yeah, no, that's
I suppose I can. It was very rude, but luckily I didn't have anything I had to do other than prepare for this string, which I'm hoping I didn't need much preparation because I'm not going to buy anything. What does this Beggar do? Okay, gain 3 copies to your hand. I actually saw how you can use this, because if you get a very good hand that can trash, it actually doesn't necessarily matter if you gain these 3 copies to your hand. Anyway, so this isn't. I'm not going to buy it. Not yet.
No, there's no real point in buying it on this game. I also thought it was yeah, I thought it puts one on your deck, sorry, which is it's not quite so useful. But I thought with the Necropolis, it's less of a problem.
Yeah, right. Okay. Let's get the festival with buys, so that I could plausibly get a beggar at some point, but I'm not guaranteeing to do it.
So I'm playing a slow card of the mine.
Ah, yeah, I might take one of those. Oh, are you going to beggar for 3 coppers and then mine them up into gold and get provinces?
Well, it'll be silver as well. It may help with gardens, beggar might, because you can get you can get 4 cards a turn. But
I forgot to even notice there were gardens in this game. Well, I'm not getting gardens, as you know.
I haven't really got a plan in action though for this extent.
See, this one is nice. Look, this overgrown estate. When you trash it, plus a card. So I'm going to just do exactly that. I'm going to trash that and probably the coppers as well, to be honest. And then, all right. What I'll do, if the card I get is not a copper or anything, and end up with just 2 this turn, I'm going to get a beggar. There you go. I got a copper.
I'm going to play beggar again. I don't know if it's good to get all these silvers, but
you reacted with a beggar. There you go. Okay, that's out of action.
That's the second time.
You've got a silver on top of your deck and a silver just normally gained.
I mean, you don't really see why it's useful unless it is something like Bandit. If it's like Bandit or possibly Knights, which you may see in another game potentially at random.
Because if it's Bandit, it'll mean it'll go in the way of your gold or something like that.
Yeah, you can guarantee that you just basically gain your silver, and you can protect what other card maybe you're about to be killed and play. So certainly something like Warriors, which we saw yesterday with the Page.
I could get a laboratory and a beggar. Okay, go on then. I'm getting it.
See, it's the problem of discussing the the strategies.
I didn't say I wasn't going to trash it afterwards.
No, I'm not saying that, but it's the difficulty of trying to do something and have your opponent still stick to another strategy. It's one of the difficulties of the game.
But I can only get these silvers if you actually play a card that attacks me. Otherwise, I have to gain my hand. Actually, I thought of another use. If I've got a chapel in my hand, and then I've got an action card, I've got extra actions. I could gain 3 coppers and then trash 2 of them or something like that if I needed 1 more to buy something this turn.
Yeah, but then you're comparing it to a silver is normally what you look to, although it's obviously cheaper.
Are you selling your garden strategy? I better get a move.
I bought a garden. It's not necessarily a garden strategy. It's a backup plan.
Yeah. Damn it. I could actually get a province if I play my beggar. I'm going to do it. I'm going to play this silly beggar. There we are. There you are, played. Now I'm going to end up with a terrible hand.
You could buy 2 gardens.
I'm not going to buy 2 gardens. I'm going to buy
a beggar.
Province. I don't want a beggar. I've now used it, so I'm now morally within my rights to trash it if I want to later. And a beggar. All right, but now this is going to okay. Now I'm going to play.
It works well for gardens.
I guarantee it. I always get distracted and start playing silly stuff. I'm going to play properly now. I'm just going to try. Oh, beggar. End actions. I'm not playing it.
You can still, yeah.
I can still play it, but I'm not going to.
There's only 43 copies in the deck. That's the worst which could happen.
Oh my god. 43 coppers.
Left. Sorry, when I say 43, there are
run out
16.
In this game by running out the coppers. Coppers, silvers, and golds. I bet that's never happened. All 3 of those piles run out.
Well, all 3, no. I think you'll normally have another pile run out first. I've seen golds and silvers run out in a bot game. And I did once hear coppers empty again. I think it was in a weird game there. But I've never seen coppers run out with something else. So what do I get for this 5? Oh, let's get festival.
All right. I want my chapel now. I just want to trash this bed.
Actually, my original plan was to get several smithies, and I appear only to have one.
Yeah, I should get some smithies.
Whatever, yeah.
End actions. I'm not playing it. Not playing it. There's no way. I probably need a mine now. I'm going to festival. Yeah. What we are going to do is we're going to stick to our plan. It's a good plan, and we know it's a good plan. We are going to play our festival, play our village,
and play some beggars.
Play our militia.
Yeah.
And then we are going to trash the beggar and the copper.
I like this wee stuff coming out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is someone else has endorsed your plan as being good.
The me that actually sticks with the plan that I've agreed, not the me that then on a whim decides to switch plans midstream and get a whole load of beggars. We both now have stuck to this plan. I've got another beggar here. Where did that come from? I must have bought 2. Yes. All right. I'm not going to play it. I'm going to end the actions. There we go.
See, I actually am contemplating getting another beggar whilst you're trying to get rid of your other one.
Go on then, you get another beggar.
I need the timing to be right. I
could still use it if it came.
I want to buy it along with something else. I don't want to just buy it. It's not worth it that much.
So that was the start of my bad day of Dominion, and or a bad evening of Dominion. And then what happened after that was just an unlucky 5-2, and I couldn't get into the game.
Yeah. Well, I've had one which is there isn't a 2 to buy other than the state, which has gone 2-5-2, and then you had another 2 again, despite buying in order to keep things alive.
Yeah, and then I had one against a good player, and that was again one where he got the knights first, and I couldn't. It was with a baker, so I could use my coffer, but even when I'd use my coffer, then he was still affording the knights, and I wasn't. But I almost got back into it because I got a swindler and trashed the knights that way. So that wasn't too bad. Anyway, right. So what I'm doing here, I'm getting these laboratories to just fill my cards with hands and my hand with cards. And I have my chapel. So, everybody knows what I'm going to do with that chapel now.
Yeah, another irritating. Yeah, the militia's slightly irritating.
Trash that second beggar. There you go. All gone. And I'm just going to get provinces. That's all. Actually, I probably shouldn't have got province. I should have just got another Vestford Smith or something.
No, I think it was right to get
Do you think so?
Victory points there.
Yeah, because you're getting these gardens.
I mean, I've been very inconsistent in what I've been trashing.
You're using it.
My beggar there, and I got province in the gardens.
Oh, good grief. Good grief. You're going to use this beggar to good effect to help your gardens.
Well, there's only one province left, so it may not get another.
Yeah, but I won't. I'll have to buy a lot of stuff, won't I, to get.
Well, you need to buy 9. I don't know. Is it your first turn or was I your first turn? Yeah, so you need to buy 10, which is unlikely.
It's very unlikely. Was I first turn? I was. I've mucked around too much during this game.
I'm not sure I want to play. I'm trying to decide whether to react with my beggar. I think it's actually wrong because I need a 4. And that would give me a 3 for sure.
I've got 11.
But you only have 2 buys.
I need to buy 2. duchies, I suppose.
So unless you go on 40 cards, which I think is impossible because I can see that you've got 11 plus what's in your hand. Yeah.
There we go. That's what I have to do.
So it's probably enough. Well, it depends whether your next festival hits.
No. I need to do this. Get a duchy.
So you needed a beggar in hand to give you the extra 3.
Yeah, that's what I needed. Oh, it isn't a useless card at all. Well, there you are. That's what the questions are about, right? Okay, good game.
Well,
all right.
I don't think we saw a massive strength, but it works reasonably well with Gardens, although still one short because I'd possibly over trash at some point, but ended up with 10 coppers.
Well, I was messing around a bit that time, but I thought I was not messing around so much that it would mean I would lose straight away.
Straight away.
Prosperity. Hinterlands. All right. There we go. What did you think, actually, of beggar in that game we just had?
Well, I quite liked it. I mean, really, the question is, what do you think? Because you're the person who...
Well, I didn't use it very well. It wasn't useful to me, but I could see it was useful to you.
Yeah, I mean, if I got to 40 cards from it, it would be quite useful. But then it'd be quite useful to chain it with the kind of gardens effect where you have like one of these power ones where you could play about 4 beggars at once. In order
All right, here we go.
But, so, because Masquerade is an attack, but it's not classed as an attack, there's nothing to react to this time. So I don't think I'm attracted to beggar as an option at the moment.
Excuse me. Okay. Masquerade.
I suppose potentially with trade route at some point it could become useful to have things to trash.
Oh, yeah.
But I think that's unlikely as it doesn't give an action.
Well, we've got actions with just village, really.
What are you passing?
I'm passing something to you.
Yeah, No, I'll risk doing it the other way. I'm hoping to get an estate back. No drought, I should have passed the copper.
You must have your island in your hand.
Yeah.
You get a gold. Oh, no.
You got gold even passing a copper. Okay, good. That's quite a nice one. You probably have a 2 now.
I do have 2. So the question is, do I get this beggar? But I don't think I do.
Get an estate instead.
I think it's worse than nothing. I'm going to get nothing.
Well, that's always the question, and that's always the difficult choice. I don't think the beggar is worse than nothing necessarily.
Don't you?
No, I think it's marginally better than that, even if there's not a trashing thing on this one.
I think it's better than Duchess. Duchess is another card for 2 that you can gain it when you gain a...
Well, every time you get it, if it's in play, you gain it when you buy a duchy, if you wish.
Yeah. Maybe it is worth getting a trade route, actually.
Well, my plan with my islands didn't work well. I now currently have...
You must have had all coppers. No.
I put 2 islands on together on the same thing.
Right. That's good. Embassy, is that good? I don't think I've ever bought an embassy. I'm going to buy one for the first.
It's reasonably good. It gives a silver to the other player. It gets through your deck very fast, but then it feels a bit awkward because you see all the 3-card discard is
Yeah.
So it can mess up your time.
I've discarded all my good cards anyway, my bad cards even anyway.
But yeah, no, it works quite well. It's just psychologically not the most pleasant plus by getting +2 cards. Since you got, I think I need to get gold first. I was thinking about getting embassy. Oh, there goes my nice hand. Oh no, it's come back again.
I've got too many golds.
Well, you've only got 3, and you just bought 4th. You get contraband instead to give you that buy. Yeah, I don't
could get contraband, but then you'd not let me get any provinces, so that wouldn't help.
No, that was my malicious suggestion.
I'm not going to listen to you any longer.
Oh, it has some merit, but there's an easier buying thing.
Yeah, I think I just. Well, the other one has trade route, really.
Yep.
Which is what I'm getting. Oh, your attack. Is that an attack? That
no, it's not an attack. Although people sometimes think it's only. It works a little bit with the governor being an attack because you can change up for +1 or +2, and you can't really trade up the.
I might not want that silver you're giving me.
You may not, but it's less of an attack than
a curse.
Than the masquerade is.
Yeah.
Let's make it interesting.
What did you get? A duchy and a state.
State effectively make trade route worth 4.
Ah, clever.
Well, it wasn't exactly plan A. I wanted to just simply buy province, but
yeah, no, I don't have enough either, so I suppose.
I mean, I'd be happy doing it if you hadn't yet got a trade route in hand.
Yeah.
I mean, it was also victory points, obviously, was the other thinking behind it. No, I can't remember how many of the villages you have.
Yeah, well, you've put your...
Well, I bought a bigger for the thing.
That is my issue, actually, is I don't have much villages.
You have lots and lots of gold, so you probably don't need
I have a stack of gold.
Yeah, see, that's what I don't like about embassy. It doesn't come with an action, so you get lots of random cards. It doesn't even matter what I discard. I don't have a choice.
I think now I'm getting a village and a trade route.
Yeah, see, it's too easy for you to respond to it. What's the problem with that? Because I've now got both of them in hand at once, so it's worked out better for you than for me. Although I have 3 actually now, and my bigger.
Yeah. All right, more duchies. That's what I need.
Well, 7-point lead looks fairly healthy. So now I'm relying
on because my deck's a bit rubbish.
Yeah, I mean, my big problem is, okay, I had 4 villages. I wasn't quite sure. 1, 2, 3.
This looks like a good turn for you.
It's got a lot of actions. It's not phenomenally good, actually. Uh, 4 plus 7, that's 11.
You just gained 3 coppers with your beggar.
Yep. Well, I wanted something else to trash.
Yeah.
Well, that still leaves me behind.
Wow.
I'm not sure about that move.
You're doing very well in showing off the card there.
Yeah, well, it's not going to be enough. I mean, it wasn't necessarily a clever move. Because I had to trash the state in order to get...
How many ahead am I?
5.
5. So I could get an island rather than a duchy. Do that.
Which way to do this? I'll do it this way. I need to count my deck to know better.
You must have a lot of coppers now.
I have a few. I remember I had I trashed quite a lot. I'm probably up to about 8 or 9, 8, I think. 3, 6.
I know.
No, I'm up to about 10.
So I better get the duchy this time.
Do I play for you to miss and me to hit? I bet I hit and you miss now.
Well, I'm certainly going to miss.
Yeah, I may well have actually hit. I just hadn't counted my deck carefully enough. It's a close one. I've got a village and an embassy, so I've got quite a lot of cards to see it on.
Right. I should get a trade route or a village. Either of those is useful to me. I'm going to go for the village.
I think you should have gotten a state, actually.
Do you? But it doesn't make any difference. It just depends.
Yeah, it can, because 3 piles can empty. In theory.
I suppose so. But you're not finding it hard to get provinces at the moment, I would say.
But it's not right for me to buy them if I'm behind.
Depends whether I'm going to get them or not, I suppose. Right, I'm not getting a contraband. Oh, so I suppose it's as bad now that I have to get both provinces. You're right, it hasn't gone that well. All right, I'll just get a gold then.
My next move is potentially suicidal.
Good, that's fine. You go right ahead. You're going to try and buy out the villagers, isn't it?
Yes, well, I can't actually buy them out. I can bring them short. So if obviously you have enough buys.
Yeah. Well, what do I get for?
I have a beggar in hand. So if you don't win this time,
maybe I might do this.
I'm sure you might. That was the risk because I knew you had a trade route coming. Yeah, you
win.
Oh
no, I can't get 2.
Yes, you can. You win. Province.
Oh, this one. And this one, yes.
That was the risk.
Good.
So I should have just bought that province on the first chance. That would have won.
But you didn't know that I wasn't
it was a risk. Yeah, it was a calculation. I hadn't counted my hand. I wasn't sure my hand was going to be as strong as it was for the next one.
Right, now we are going to play with completely random order cards.
See, I should just put one villager probably.
So I put 3 of these, whatever you call them, in at the bottom. All right, so done. Ready? Are you ready?
Yeah.
So this willing food beggar, and other than that, we just have to see what we're given.
Okay, so save can delay things a bit. So if you want to play your beggar more.
Cards look very small this time. Are they normal size? They look really tiny to me. Anyway, okay. We've got a lot of 5s and 6s here.
Move them a bit high.
Scheme, settlers, beggar. Poorhouse! That's even worse than beggar, right?
Well, it's an interesting one. It only works under some circumstances. Poorhouse could potentially be, if you got rid of all your coins and you had a lot of actions, it's then the 4 coins each.
Right. Triumphal Arch, 3 per copy of the second most common card. Fleets, another turn if you've bought that after the end of the game. And save, you can keep a card till next time. All right. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm
thinking of things I want, and again, beggar doesn't seem to be one of them, but we will see.
Actually, I need to undo that. Sorry, I played too soon. Save, you can't play the card from your hand.
Ah, what are you saving? A copper?
A copper. Well, I want you to, not a beggar.
Yeah, all right, that's fair enough. Because if you get to the 3 first, then I can't get 3 of them.
Well, no, it's not even just that. It's settlers.
5 of the settlers and 5 of the busting villagers.
Yes, settlers work. It's not just for the 3 for Triumphal Arch. It's also because it's quite useful for if you've got coppers.
You're still only going to get 4 coppers next time, though, aren't you?
Yeah, well, I have 4 coppers.
So it's the same as getting 4 and 3. You haven't gained anything by doing a save maneuver.
I have.
Have you?
You'll see in a minute. Well, I don't save anything. I improve things slightly.
Have you? Are you going to do it again? Well, I could, you see, because I could copy and do the same, but that would be stupid because then, yeah, all right, you'll still end up with a 3 and I won't.
Well, you'd always be getting these beggars.
No, I don't want that.
Yeah, so you've established it's that. No, I mean, it would have been interesting, as I say, where it's most interesting is something like knights. Perhaps if we have time, we could set up a...
Yeah, we can do one. I can put knights in if we get one more. We'll put a plane quick today, actually.
It's because beggars speeded it up.
Sped it up somehow. I don't quite understand how it would, but it does appear to be faster. I think it's maybe that the decks we had were faster.
Well, there were quite a lot of attacks. It was, yeah, it was werewolf or courier. I think I get the werewolf first. That 6 for Border Village would be nice. Oh, so you got the scheme, which
this courtier needs cards with lots of different names to them, which is the beggar is. There you are. There's another use for that beggar.
Well, the werewolf's got 4 names.
Werewolf's got 4 names. I might get the werewolf.
And the raider's got 3 names. So
this one's got 3. Tormentor's got 3. Maybe I'll get the Tormentor.
Oh, the Tormentor has 3 as well.
Yeah.
The team's a bit. Well, I don't think anyone thought that they would be adding in this courier thing, the courtier thing. So it's it doesn't really warrant the extra names. And of course, you can get some imps.
We get what? Imps?
Yeah, if you're really after this Triumphal Arch, so this may not be a fast one if we end up going for everything.
But the imps, how many names do they have? They have 2 names, so they're pretty good as well.
It's not a number of names, it's just they're 1 action, 1 card. Well, they effectively give you 3 actions. So if you have 3 of them, it's worth 3 victory points. I don't want to use my werewolf yet. I want to do it this way. So that hexed you, and you got misery, which, yeah, I find.
I don't care really.
Well, I find the hexes are very unbalanced. When you say you don't care, it's often decisive.
Well, maybe. Scheme. All right, courtier.
Yeah, I for some reason starting to call it courier at occasions, which is even worse. I'm still trying to get to this 6.
Oh, what, for border village?
Yeah, so I guess I am. Well, I got way too many actions. I suppose I could get through to the settlers for the bustling villages.
All right, what do I want? I'll get a werewolf.
And now I can show you the werewolf, which doesn't give me a choice for the courtier because it does all 4 for you automatically as soon as you do it. I guess I take the 3 cards. I can border village, say another werewolf.
How come you've got so many more victory points than me?
Because of Triumphal Arch.
Settlers.
I've got 3 settlers.
3 werewolves. It's 4 per thing, right? 3 per thing.
It's 3 for the second most you have.
I was trying to do a different thing, actually. Well, yes, now I understand what I'm actually doing.
You thought it was the other one.
Right. Action.
4 VP per 3 you have of any.
Yeah, no, I was doing
and the way you're talking about it got me thinking it was that for a moment as well.
Yeah. And I did that all wrong.
Copper, I guess. So in a minute, I'm going to look through the cards and realise there's one I haven't really looked at in my strategy. Because I haven't really thought this one through to the end.
What's this one? Can't buy actions this turn.
Yep. The knight doesn't count as an action.
The knight?
Sorry, the knight cards as in the raider, as in NIGHT.
Okay. Well, I'll get that then.
Again, making it more difficult for you because the raider's a strong card. Well, it's for the viewer's benefit. I have to allow myself to lose if it's the right move.
Action knight attack doom. That's 4.
What, the werewolf?
Yeah.
Yeah, it basically automatically does everything for you.
Good grief. I mean, that's a powerful combination, right?
Fairly. I mean, the courtier's extra action is less critical, but it is a strong... Courtier's strong anyway, as long as there are 2, because it can give you a plus by it is sometimes the only one in the deck, which isn't in this case, but... or is it? Actually, yeah, it is the only plus by. So what have you trashed in mine?
I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't got anything for 3 to 4, actually.
No, you don't. I don't think I trashed anything.
You just got, my scheme. It was the last card in my deck.
But it doesn't say it's trashed.
No, it will somewhere, because it's only stopped. Yeah, so it does finally in the log. What did I admit? If you look at the log on the right hand side, it shows.
Oh, yeah, pressure scheme. I see it now, and I can look in the trash by pressing that, and there's a scheme in there, so that's true enough. All right, I've raided you.
Sorry, I'm still seeing how many cards you had to go through for that. That was 17 cards. That feels a bit harsh, but I think that was pretty much every card I had. No, the hexes I think are rather unbalanced. And it's very unpredictable whether they'll be completely worthless or game deciding.
Have we been trashing our own coppers in any way?
Not as far as I'm aware.
I can't do that. I don't. Can I trash my coppers in any way at all? I would want to.
There isn't a boon, no. Well, obviously you want to, but well, it depends. I don't necessarily need to because of settlers. It's a certain number of coppers is quite useful for them. Which is another reason I chose them. But I would like to get a raiders.
Let's see.
Yep, so your hand's getting stronger there. So you're basically going for more or less what I was thinking of, apart from a very minor difference. And that raider, which was kind of forced you to buy, wasn't really an inconvenience. So this time your coppers and golds, golds and silvers.
Oh, that's the pain. I've only got treasures in my hand, and they're like.
Yeah, I had like.
They've been worth loads.
I had a game this afternoon as well where I had 4 golds, and this hit, and all the 4 golds were in my hand at once. And it wasn't that I drew them; it was like. That's why I'm saying it can be a bit more decisive than perhaps is reasonable. I've been forgetting to use save recently.
Oh, I forgot to use save. Yeah.
I keep clicking autoplay treasure. Well, I'm still wanting, as I say, to get up to a raider. I mean, I could have just been buying a province in that last turn, but. Also need to be a little bit careful about this being a game ending a lot more suddenly than I'm anticipating. Yeah. There are quite a few with border village. You can easily empty 2 piles.
You have to do something. I'm not sure what it is you have to do.
Oh, do I? Oh, it's trash something.
I think you have to gain something that's the same type as a
yeah, but it got covered up, so I didn't see it. Sorry. Yeah, it's a bit of a bad interface because it doesn't highlight the plus symbol apart from underneath this thing in the middle telling me what you're up to. So I'm taking coppers and settlers of certs. So I'm up to 9.
You haven't got a beggar.
No, I said it doesn't work. There isn't an attack card, this one.
Isn't werewolf an attack and tormentor?
Raider's an attack, but
and raider. When you say there's not an attack, there are actually
no, well, there isn't. No, but I mean, there's not
3 different attacks.
There's not an attack which makes a difference to it, really. And since all the coppers are intact. Plus, I haven't really had a lot of free buying opportunity. your timing of your buys is giving you a much more option to have spare buys. I'm probably going to do it this type.
Do what?
Have a spare buy. Only you've still gone quite scarily in the lead. Well, you're not exactly in the lead, but timing, I meant timing-wise. I think so I still can't buy what I wish to.
I've got to put a card onto my deck. I don't want
Yeah.
to. Oh. I wouldn't even mind discarding that. I just don't want it on my deck.
Don't want courtier or let's go for werewolf. And again, I still keep forgetting to save. But I can remember to do that this time.
All right, 10. Was it 3 per the second most?
Yeah, second most common.
I don't know.
So you have something like 5 schemes at the moment. And 5 courtiers, I think, is it? No, you can't have 5. I've got 1. You've got 4 courtiers.
I've got lots of border villages and courtiers and schemes.
Yeah, but we've been competing for the border village. I think if you buy another courtier, it gets you 3 points.
Which we buy province for 6. Right, province for 6, and then 2. I can't really buy anything.
Give that poor house.
No.
See, there was that raider again. See, if it wasn't, what bothers me a little bit about the raider is if it wasn't for the hex, I think you would have bought a different card. I think you would have just bought Border Village.
Yeah.
And I still don't get to save. Oh, yeah, it probably doesn't matter. You doubling? No.
Doubling?
No. Well, I thought you were going to get
a double province. No. Oh God! So if I get 1, that's not going to be enough. Province and a duchy is not enough.
Well, it may be enough, but it's.
But do you think I'd get an extra points if I get another courtier?
Well, you should be doing the counting. I think I had 2 schemes, 1 got trashed. So I think you have 5 schemes. I think I only have 1 courtier. I may have 2. I think I only have 1 because my timing didn't allow it. And I don't think you have 5 border villages, and I don't think you have. Well, you don't have 5 werewolves. So I've got more werewolves than you.
So if I got border village courtier twice.
That still only gets you 3 points. But
yeah, but that's what I want because I can then get 6 points by doing it twice.
No, you don't.
Can I?
No, it's the second most common. You need another scheme.
No.
Unless I miscounted.
You've miscounted. And I can scheme a card.
Oh, perhaps I had 2 courtiers, or perhaps you have more border villages. You may have more border villages now.
I think I got a lot of border villages.
You may have got border villages to the courtier.
because then that's better than the other way of doing it, because there's still 2 provinces left, I think.
We could have taken a duchy with the other.
Yeah, but if I get 3 points, my hand's better with the border village and courtier than with the duchy. And you add 3 points for each. That's my thinking.
So once again, I didn't buy a province when I could. Let's see if I come to forget that. Looks like I will. Oh no, I thought you'd finish your move for a moment.
$12. Right, how many piles have gone? Just 1. And I'm 2 behind. So I could do a province and a duchy and just hope you don't manage to do that. Oh no, I can't even afford
a province and a duchy.
Can't even afford it.
When you say can't even afford it, province and duchy is quite a big buy.
Yeah, well, I've got 12, not 13. I'm going to lose
province and 2 estates,
aren't I? Everyone knows that.
No, I think you're fine. If I'd remembered to do save, I think, which you've been forgetting as well.
Yeah. Oh, good grief. Do you think I'm fine if I get the province? All right, I'm taking that.
I don't think you're fine. I just said I think province and 2 estates is probably well, but 2 estates isn't necessarily critical, but you need to worry a little bit about piles running out if it really gets stuck. No, I missed. So do I go for fleet? Probably not.
All right, I've got a province in my hand. Doesn't matter.
Well, if you got 8, it doesn't.
I got 11.
Right, good game.
All right, and then our plan was, we've got 8 minutes. We could try it.
Well, but night's game would be a little bit long, but we'll overrun a little.
Second, we'll overrun a bit.
We'll overrun a bit.
All right, so let's add in knights. Okay, and then everything else is random.
Oh, yeah, so you got 6 border villages. Okay, that's why it went up one. I thought, yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. I should have left that screen on. 6 border villages. I knew I had a lot of border villages. I should keep count better.
Yeah, well, you got a courtier every single time with them. And it was ironically probably the Raider, which was encouraged from the Hex, which decided it.
All right, now
so
we have knights and beggars, and beggar can be a defense against the knights. We've got lots of strong cards. So like the mastermind lets you play an action 3 times. Hideout is one of these ones. It's a village, but you have to trash. There's all sorts of stuff. Okay, so the knights are going to be interesting. This Den of Sin gets you extra cards. All right.
There's only one buy, there's 2 buys which you can't see at the moment. One underneath gladiators and one in the knights. And lots of trashing potential.
Buy in that treasure thingy. One in the knights, and that's it. Okay.
Oh well, you got a 5. 5-2 start as well.
So do I get the beggar?
Especially if we hadn't discussed it.
I do. I'm going to get the beggar by choice. There we go. All got.
I won't trash my hand down yet because I may be doing a lot of that.
Gain a card up to. Oh, I should have saved it and gained it then.
Well, you only had a 2. You can get a 3 now.
Yeah, true. I was thinking to gain the beggar. Oh yeah. All right. I see what you mean. I'm going to get the silos anyway.
Plus, I haven't yet got to a knight, so I wouldn't worry too much.
No.
Oh, I got silos. Hang on. No, that didn't help him the slightest.
Real estate. There you go.
Yeah. I bet by the time we get a knight, it'll be the one costing 4.
Oh, I've got the beggar. I can't. I can do literally nothing with this hand.
You must be able to get up to 3 if you've got the beggar.
Basilica. 2 or more left when I buy. No. You
can get 3 coins.
What does this tower do?
One it's most treasure.
Empty supply pile. Okay.
Oh, supply pile, is it? Oh, I always get 2 of them confused.
The knights will be empty, but we won't have any left by the end. Right, yes. Dame Natalie. Gain a card up to 3. If it was up to 4, it'd be more interesting.
Yeah, well, it's a knight. It's not.
Right. And I'm going to get this.
And you trashed my conclave already.
Did I trash your conclave?
Yeah.
That's good. I like looking at this game's going. This trash will be absolutely full by the end of the game. Don't reveal. I haven't got.
You don't have it. It just stupidly asks you.
It's just pretending to think. Oh no! I've got the same stupid hand with a beggar and 1 copper. Ridiculous.
Haven't you got silos? You can discard the copper and get another copper.
Oh, can you? No, you can't. You can't. Only the.
For the first copper, you can discard.
Yeah, but I already did silos in order to get that beggar and 1 copper.
Ah. Oh, hang on. If I'm releasing 7, you've already got 2 knights. And there's Sir Michael.
Sir Michael's a good one, isn't it?
It's the irritating one. I'm not sure it's necessarily. It's not
right.
the strongest knight.
I'm not even going to discard then. I'm just going to get it. That's probably a mistake. I normally always discard whatever's going on, but oh, it is a mistake because Dame Anna's better, I think.
Well, my experience is I don't seem to last long enough for me to get to play them half the time.
Righty, Dame Natalie.
So I'm going to play the beggar.
Oh no! So then what happens then?
Well, you're guaranteed to trash a silver, but I protect my other card.
No! Okay. May gain a card or don't gain. I'm going to gain a gladiator.
So I can protect my gladiator by trashing the silver. Although I'm not actually sure how much value my gladiator has, because I'm rather short of actions.
When you buy a card, you get 2, but I've only got 2. I don't know whether it's worth buying a copper to get 2 victory points. I think I won't.
I think I attack you with Savanda on my other ones. Oh, it's the end. Okay, so I was waiting for a reaction. I think I'm rather short treasure now after all this trashing. Yeah, I think you pretty much probably trashed all my treasure.
I trashed your silver, did I?
Well, you trashed the silver and you trashed my conclave.
But you already got 2 extra silvers. The beggar. Ah,
one got...
right. Now we're talking.
Yeah, so it's me again. Let's see if there are 4 silvers in the trash. You have at least 1 of them. Trash. Yeah, I need to be able to buy some treasure and keep it at some point.
I can't even get up to 4.
Well, that's the problem with overnights. And then if my beggar starts becoming useful, let's try discarding 1 in case I have miscounted. Okay, I can do this instead.
Well,
you don't have it, so you...
It always catches me out about this pretending to think and stuff. That is so annoying, that beggar. Right. This time, if I have 4 in hand, I'm just going to stick with them. I'm not going to silos it or do anything clever. If I don't have 4 in hand this time.
Okay, I want the actions, not that it'll last any time. So you've only got 7, so I can't get the fortune. So fortune's just opened up, which reveals one of the buys in the deck. It's not, and it's also night proof.
Right.
What do I want to buy? I can just buy bigger.
No.
Yeah, I mean, this is the other randomness of nights. You can get your favourite nights. I mean, we covered them earlier, and not get to play it once. Yeah. Oh, you're going for even more trashing. I suppose with the beggar, you may get away with it. Now, Savander, I don't mind if he does get trashed because it gives me gold. But was that a beggar reaction?
It was.
Okay, what was the other card? A copper, anyway. I'm buying a second beggar.
I'm almost tempted to now. But I won't. Oh, no, I won't.
Don't really want to trash Dame Molly, so I'm not actually even going to play her. There's another beggar. What did I save? I saved my gladiator again. Although, again, the gladiator is not actually that critical. I think because I know the gladiator. Oh no, the gladiator wasn't coming up, which is what I thought was happening.
Oh, I have to trash one of those.
Yeah.
Oh well, I don't want to do it. You're going to get a gold for that at some point, so.
Let's try this again. I'll get another conclave.
Right, do I trash an estate and get a curse, or do I trash my beggar? I'm going to trash the estate and get a curse.
Yeah, I think you want to hang on to beggars. As I say, if you run out of the evenness of knights, it's still possible to technically win. And coppers become more important when you've got nothing else. Let's discard this anyway. Let's see if this lasts the whole turn. No, it didn't.
Oh, that's gone too. So how many are left of these things?
Not many.
So the knights have gone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 have gone. So there's 4 left. And I think we're 2 each, right?
Did you just buy the last one a turn again?
Last one.
Yeah, in that case, it's all even now. I was ahead 2 for a while. And it also discards is the other problem with knights. You still don't stop with discarding. But I saved the gold there with my beggar.
All right. 7. I have. I think I like this mastermind, actually.
Mastermind unite.
Yeah. That won't last. It's almost certain to get trashed.
Yeah, I mean, that's the other question. It's whether your mastermind lives long enough to be used. I actually have one of those still. That was a surprise.
Yeah.
The silver or copper I couldn't have managed.
Oh.
Oh, I got one of those anyway. Yeah, again. Oh, now my hand looks overly strong.
Overly strong.
I think I can play this one first. See if I hit anything. Not really. Oh, I get another action as well.
I don't have one of those.
I assume not, because you didn't react.
Right.
So now.
Okay. Oh my goodness. At the start of your next turn, you play an action 3 times. Bother, I'd like to play it this turn. Oh. Yes, all right. Well, okay, fine. Oh, you can't play the beggar twice.
No, because it comes out of your hand.
I didn't think I had one.
You had one. You were thinking about trashing it, but you trashed the estate to get the curse.
Ah, okay. There we go. All right.
So now the last money gets played.
I know now what's going on. So there we go. I better get one of these as well, I suppose. Okay.
I'll discard one. Oh, I keep forgetting it gets rid of the card. I thought I knew what was coming.
Oh, I have to trash one of these. That'll be the silver then.
Yeah, without the beggar having a hideout would be suicidal, even whilst there's still knights out. But I think you're all right now. See, it's turns 19 and I'm down to 20 cards in the hand. So that means I've had, plus the beggar I've used like four times, I think it is. So yeah, there've been a lot of cards trashed. How many are in the trash? Lots. I think Dame Sylvia, probably just to kill off your knight. No, I don't have my other one.
I just saw you just discarded it, so I thought I would.
I did have to, but otherwise I probably would have reacted.
All right, 6. Just get a gold.
So there should be one knight left each. I don't discard for that. I don't trash. Did I hit anything of yours?
You hit a silver.
Yeah, I think I need some victory points. I'm sorry, I'm working out how many cards are in the trash. There are 35 cards in the trash.
Yeah.
Some of them voluntary, but most not.
I want another fortune, and I also want a province. But I don't think I can get them both.
No, it's choices.
Yeah, so I'll get that one. And then, yeah, interesting. There's lots of good cards here still. Conclave Gold, Mastermind, Den of Sin. I think gold. Ha.
It doesn't really matter. I discarded 2 coppers anyway.
Enough actions. Oh, you bought another fortune, did you?
Yes. I don't think the game's going to end quickly enough with the provinces.
Right.
And your hand's gotten stronger than I would like. Because your mastermind escaped and has been hitting actions.
Just get a silver.
Let's get copper just for those 2 victory points.
Silo's Mastermind. If I do my Mastermind now, I could still do my Silos after, I think. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm going to play that one 3 times. Which will suggest it won't last.
Goes me. So you got to kill a lot of cards there.
It did last. It lasted the whole distance, which was nice.
Well, you also killed 3 things.
Yeah. That was a good little go, that one. And so I can get a province. And then the question is another fortune or another province. If I get another fortune.
Let's ignore the odds.
Did you just buy 2 provinces?
Yeah, I used silos to draw a couple of golds and a beggar, then I played my beggar. I would still like to catch your mastermind, but I don't think the odds of that are very good now.
I'm just killing my own victory points. Not a good idea. Let's do it anyway. $27.15, you're way ahead.
Well, it's less than 12, so...
Go on then.
So I already have one, so now I've played 2 of them.
Right. Mastermind or Denizen or Silo? So Denizen has to come first. Then Mastermind.
Again, you still managed to hit 3 things.
Did my Sabini get saved then?
No, he gets killed, but the mastermind plays him the 3rd time.
Oh, that's cool. Right. I mean,
you have to decide whether to mastermind a beggar or not. That would have been the more interesting choice. And also, yeah, my silos would have been quite nice. Yes, I don't have one of those to reveal.
Two buys. I need 3 buys.
Yeah, with 26, I don't think you can complain too much.
Well, but if I buy 2 provinces,
yes, you're in trouble.
But the province, right?
But your problem is that you were 12 points down regardless.
Yeah. All right, so I'll just try it. Oh, and you've got all those Den of Sins as well. I should have got a province and a duchy, actually. I suppose it won't matter.
Oh, actually, I'm fine. I just need 1 province, don't I?
Yeah.
I think I was probably all right with drawing with 5 anyway, but I had 2 fortunes in hand.
Oh, my God.
But they don't double up, so it's fortune's only worth 10.
All right, good.
Yeah, I would have got more if I discarded.
Okay. So, do you want to, if I turn that off, you want to say, oh, actually, I'll leave that on for a second, and so we can see what we had.
Yeah, I mean, for a night's game, there were an awful lot of cards trashed, but our hands still got quite powerful, which is unusual for both hands still to remain that way. So that's an interesting feature of it, which you wouldn't normally see. So I think the beggars did make a big difference. You can even see we still have a few silvers left, despite being trashed that number of times. And even while I had Dame Natalie, even with that, that's... So I feel beggar can have its uses. Certainly for the timings, it's 2, okay, you get 3 coppers, but it gives you a buy. But the idea of getting 3 coppers just sounds hideous. You spend so much effort. Normally getting a copper would be an attack if you were to gain it. If you're playing the Jester or something, unless there's something which requires you to have 10 coppers, you don't want more coppers, you give them to your opponent. But to voluntarily do it. But with something like Knights, I think it is much more interesting.
Right, then, let's just have a look ahead to tomorrow. And so tomorrow we are looking at Wharf. So Friday by day, Wharf from the Seaside deck. And then on Saturday, the Star Chart. Sunday, the Witch from the base deck. And then Monday will be... Money Monday is Capital, which is an interesting treasure card from the Empire's deck. Alrighty, thank you all for watching. See you tomorrow.